The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
The ancient gods never went away, at least not completely. They no longer walk among us on a daily basis, but their touch on humanity can still be felt through the actions of their children. These children of divine heritage go through life as every mortal around them, until one day, a god appears before them making their parentage known. This visitation unlocks the potential inside them, the divine ichor that runs through their veins as they take their first steps into greatness. Born to the magic of yesterday and the promise of tomorrow, these Scions set out to create their own story. New myths and legends are created and forgotten every day, and yet their actions reflect on the reputation of their divine parent. Will the fate of the gods define their deeds, or will they create their own path and change the myths which came before them?
Purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Prince, god of funk, rock, and partying like it's 1999. Every legend has a beginning. Tonight, viewers, I bring you the tale of four Scions still coming to terms with what that means to them. I am Zachary Naldret, he, him, or as the Morgans Battle Crows call me on the Bird app, at Zach Rules. Tonight, I will be your story guide. Please, meet the Scions who are taking their first steps on the path to becoming gods. Please state your name, pronouns, where people can find you on the internet webs, and who you'll be playing tonight.
Hey everybody, I am Mama McStabber. You can find me on the interwebs at Relendare, or you can search Mama McStabber and find me just about anywhere. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Caitlin Murphy, Scion and daughter of the Morgan.
Hello, I am Lonnie. You can find me on the interwebs at Lonnie10 on Twitter or Sailor Lonnie on Twitch. My pronouns are she, her. And I will be playing Natalia Blackburn, Scion of Aphrodite.
I'm Core or Unconscious /Jill. My pronouns are she, her /they, them. You can find me on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram on Unconscious /Jill. And I am playing Nezzy Coolridge, chosen Scion of Eru.
I'm Junie Vanesh, she, her, playing Dr. Minnie. You'll find me on Junie Vanesh Bird app everywhere on the internet because that's where I live, apparently. And I am the Scion of Hephaestus, otherwise known as Herman, the god of roadies and technology for a cover band. It's never going to get old.
So for those of you who may have missed the last episode, go catch up on YouTube and then come back. No, our Scions had interrupted a unsuspecting man who was keeping tabs on the bar from a nondescript van that somehow miraculously never got damaged in any of the street shenanigans that went down. During the conversation,
Yeah, he was totally not sus.
not at all. During the confrontation, two cars rolled up with a bunch of mooks and a boss-type looking figure. The band snuck around the building, got into the bar, chased them off with some Molotov cocktails. We were able to convince the fire marshal that it wasn't them. Or he just didn't care enough to put up a fight over it. either way, it worked out in their favor. After the events, there was some studying and going through the information that was found in the computers from the van. There was some sleeping and some prophetic dreaming. It is now a passage of time later, and our band is going through their bonding routine of daily breakfast at a local diner. How's breakfast going?
Oh, it's great. Caitlin has a corned beef hash omelet. It's fantastic.
Good choice. Good choice.
Going good.
Oh.
Nezzy is a bit stressed, so it's just classic eggs and bacon today.
Natalia's a little tired. So she's having some coffee and some pancakes and bacon.
All the caffeine. All the caffeine. And maybe a side of bacon. But more caffeine.
So how's everyone been?
Still trying to figure out everything. Like why Scion specifically are getting watched or attacked. All that fun stuff. Still thinking about what happened at the bar. I feel like I have to keep looking over my shoulder to make sure I'm not being followed by someone.
Yeah, it's been stressful keeping tabs on family and work.
I'm just working, creating. Shipping. Thank God satyrs. Satyrs are like the best. Oh my God, I could do so much more. Why didn't I have this earlier? Who didn't know satyrs were more than just the, adult version thingies that people do? But
Well, have y'all found anything in the stuff from the van?
Oh, yeah, it was weird. There was no like audio, but whatever system they're using to watch the bar can identify who's a Scion, or if they know specifically a specific person is a Scion. There's like a green check mark that appeared on the screen. And if they weren't sure, there was a question mark. And then over like two of them, there was like an X, like a red X, but I don't know what that could represent.
I'd say Danger Will Robinson, but I don't
Or
know.
maybe not Scion.
Possibly. I know that the guy that one of the bad guys we fought was a total red X. So,
Hmm.
all I know is this is screw-a-doodled. Massively. Because if they're checking up on us and they're recording us,
Why?
and
That's what I want to know. Why?
I mean, you're not wrong.
At the tamest, maybe some sort of like TMZ for Scion, like for Scions, but at its worst,
Considering what came after us for interfering, I don't think it's that.
No.
Is it because we're Scions?
I don't know. I had this dream a couple nights ago. I can't help thinking it's going to have something to do with this. A lot of times my dreams will be symbolic in a way that is actually telling me what's to come. She actually takes her dream journal out of her bag. I write down my dreams when I wake up because this has been going on all my life. I have volumes of journals. The dream I had a couple of nights ago is a dream I've had almost to the day, annually, for a few years now. Only it's been progressing further and further each year that I have it. I'm in this place. It's like, I don't know if it's a castle or like a fortress or something. And there's all these people inside, and they're clustered up in groups, and I can smell them. At least in my most recent dream, I could smell them. And it was from the different pantheons. And they were all...
Were they wearing masks?
Yes. Some animals, just like random masks. You had the dream too?
I don't remember a lot, but yes, I had this dream.
Well, I
didn't smell them.
Yeah, I was inside. So obviously my smelling them is whatever I can do now works in a dream too. And
could you smell them before?
Not that I found in my journals. But like they were all around like each group, pantheon group, was around one individual. Like they were celebrating this individual. And as I came through and I was passing these groups, there was this woman. I wrote in here, and she even points, the gray lady. She basically had gray hair. She had the presence of like a queen. And she beckoned me to come to her. And then I woke up. I don't recognize her. I don't know who she is. I couldn't even get close enough to see it, like smell a scent on her.
Yeah, I don't think my dream got that far, but I definitely remember the castle fortress and like a masquerade party happening type deal.
Has anyone experienced any weird things at your work recently?
Just more busy. I couldn't hang out because I've been having to deal with getting stock in because literally we've been selling out of shit like crazy.
Well, the last time I went to work, I went to my manager to apologize for not showing up for the past couple of days. And she was confused. More like, she was like, "Are you joking?" She was like, "You were here and you were working." And I was like, "No, I was not here."
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, the gym that I'm at has been busy to the point where like, but they don't need me. Not yet, anyway.
Whoever it was looked exactly like me. Did exactly what I would do at the store.
You mentioned
That
something
is
about
actually terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means cloning is real.
Or it's a doppelganger.
Tomato.
But it knows enough about you to completely mimic you. That is terrifying. Hang on. Nezzy, Idro isn't your parent, right?
No.
How did you become her scion?
Apparently things that I did all my life. She picked me.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Natalia, do you know how you became one? Because you say you have your parents too.
I was chosen.
You were chosen.
Yay, you guys! Awesome! Means you guys did enough to gain their eyes and said, "Hey, I choose you."
Because
Zen
I was
or
just thinking
Pokemon?
back to like what Hera said, that she was created from one of Hera's tears.
Yeah.
And if she was, there's possible there's someone just like her that was as well. But if you were chosen, you were already individuals beforehand that were chosen.
Did your mom give birth to you, Caitlin?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Yes.
I'm asking.
As far as I know, the only thing I've been able to get out of my dad is that Mom basically dropped me off.
Yeah.
But what I got from Mom is that Dad didn't want her involved because shit kind of goes wonky when she's around mortals too often.
Valid.
And I'm like, so I couldn't have been sent for like visitation? Really? But okay.
Hey, I just found out I have a second dad. So,
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, your mom got freaky with the guy who claimed he was with the band.
And then he didn't even bother to stop by and pay child support.
All right.
Or acknowledge me.
Yeah.
Until like last week.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago? I don't remember anymore. It's a blur.
Our parents are assholes.
I did stop by the house and I got cookies for everyone if you guys want cookies.
Awesome. Cookies are great.
She was like I'm sorry I was a bad mom. Here's cookies to make up for it. It's the family recipe. I hope none of you are allergic to walnuts and it's chocolate chips.
Awesome. I'll love them. But that is really scary, Natalia.
You should do like a surprise attack.
Yeah.
Like,
You
who's
should like
there.
not show up to work and then we show up.
I could turn around and create a human-sized Pokemon ball.
So
and
we
maybe
see.
could then turn around.
Yeah, maybe. But, you can do that, Minnie. But in the meantime, we can actually figure out who the hell is in there pretending to be Natalia.
Wait a minute. Don't we all have powers? Can you like doppelganger yourself?
I don't know. I don't know what the limits or if there is any limits are.
Well, Dad said to me, eventually we can become immortal. So, yes.
Well, I kind of have firsthand experience with that. My mom just decided to pluck me right off of death's door and say, you're not done yet. Here you go.
You're like a fine wine. You had to, ferment.
Yeah, obviously. By being, pummeled into the road.
That's more like vodka.
I know, right?
Hey,
I was one of the potatoes that got smashed. So yeah, no, I mean, but I'm sure at some point I won't need her to do it for me. I can just get pummeled into the ground like a damn potato being pressed for fermentation and then just pop back up and be like, what? It's barely a scratch.
We could do the whole "'tis a flesh wound."
Yes.
That would be amazing because you could walk out kind of like almost no arm and you're like, look, no, 'tis a flesh wound. And then we could just like spring you back up again.
Bring me a shrubbery.
Well, that's so nice that they.
Oh, God. I
Me
have to
too.
laugh so I don't cry about all this shit.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But yeah, seriously, Natalia, I think we should do that. I think you should just unexpectedly, like, no call, no show, and then we see what the hell happens.
I agree. It's kind of been on my mind since
No
she told me.
kidding. God, you look exhausted. I bet you haven't been sleeping because it's just terrifying.
I sleep with like a little knife under my bed just in case the person decides to.
Girl, all you need is a
get up
pump.
in the-
You toss that shoe like I ain't never seen.
I can get a guest room if you need like, somewhere to stay.
No, it's
15
okay.
numbers.
I just want to figure
Minnie,
out
we love
what's
you,
going
but you're
on.
very spastic. Okay?
Only when I'm in my vibe.
Honey, you're always spastic.
That's why I have the door to the guest room that closes. And it's soundproof.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, I mean, Minnie, if you want to go make a human-sized Pokeball, you go right ahead. But I think we'll be able to find something just by investigating.
I'll just make a Pokeball, and then it will, as I throw it, it will, scan the person or the thing that we're trying to capture, and then it makes the size of it, and then it catches it. That's how it works.
Okay.
Or does it shrink or does it shrink the person?
I mean, the Pokeballs do shrink the Pokemon.
Oh, well, then there we go. We'll shrink the person and put it in the Pokeball.
How is the person going to survive that?
We never ask those questions.
Okay, we need to ask those questions. Otherwise, your experiments are not ethical.
Yeah, that's a question we really need to ask.
There's some things in science that are ethical if we don't try them out.
No. Okay, let's pay our bill, and then Natalia's just going to no call, no show, and we'll figure out if something that looks and acts like her walks in.
Okay, I'll pay the bill. And she'll run up with her credit card.
She's a professor. She's got the big bucks.
Sure. That's what I'm going to let you think. It's called padding. And she'll go pay the bill. And leave a nice tip.
So, Natalia, how do you usually get to work?
I usually walk because it's not that far from my apartment, so I just walk to work usually.
What is around your job? Like, what other buildings, what other businesses are around?
There's a 7-Eleven. Usually go there on lunch. And then there's, like, right across from it, there's, like, a bank. And then about a block down, there's, like, a McDonald's. But I usually just stop at the 7-Eleven. That's, like, right next to it.
As Caitlin is driving everyone down that way, she's going to say, while the McDonald's is a block away, though, we could sit by a window and look up the block to see who's coming and going. And I know that'll make Minnie happy because she can get her soda.
Pop, why do you call it soda? Out of curiosity.
It's just a thing.
You're in Boston. Who the hell Boston calls it pop?
I call it pop. I'm from Chicago.
Yeah, well, you're not from Chicago. You're from Boston, so it's soda.
It's just weird.
So we're going to go get you your Coke, okay?
Okay, good. I need more caffeine. I'm starting to run dry after 5 coffees.
Yeah. So we'll basically set up camp in the McDonald's. We'll get some fries and some sodas or milkshakes or whatever. I know better than to ask for ice cream because the ice cream machine is always broken.
And all the boys came to the yard.
I mean, do you want it to be broken? I can fix that.
I mean, you can fix that. Would you like to fix the McDonald's ice cream machine?
Of course I want. Who doesn't? I want my soft serve hot fudge sundae with peanuts.
Do you just go fix it, or do you tell them? How do you let them get them to let you behind the counter to fix it?
Well, that's where she pulls out of her bag a handy dandy new hat so that it looks like she's official, takes off, puts on a work thingy, and says, I'm here for the work order. I have the specialized, because our specialized tools for those machines, it's why they're always broken. And they have to get somebody who's certified to know how to fix these things to actually do it. Don't ask how I know this useless information. I just do. And she'll just pull out and say, I've got the tools and here's my work order, magically appears or something like that. And then she'll say she can fix it. Because we all want the milkshakes right now. And I want my hot fudge sundae. Please and thank you.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Sure, I could do that. Okay, persuasion, and what would you like me to use for attributes?
So, how are you doing this? So, presence would be like big personality. Manipulation would be like, kind of. Presence would be like big personality, kind of used car salesman like.
No, I'm not that cheesy.
Manipulation would kind of be more of a more of just kind of like a charming and getting them to do things the way you want. And then composure would be like you're keeping your cool under pressure as they're questioning who you are, because
I'll do
they didn't
composure.
put in an order to have the ice cream machine fixed.
Of course they didn't.
Of course they didn't. Why? Why would you not do that? That just seems wrong. And we're going above 8s, correct?
8s and above, that is correct. Until you become demigods. That's going to be a while.
That's a 3.
That's a 3. Yes, they let you back in there. I'm not going to bother having you roll because of how much technology you have. You fixed the ice cream machine. Do you want to fix anything else while you're back there?
Yeah.
All right.
You name it, I will fix it.
What are you making yourself to make sure that it works?
She'll pull up on her tablet everything that's like the guides and whatnot, that to make sure that she has the schematics, knowing exactly how things are operating, the proper temperature for ABC, XYZ, and she'll just go around like do and just fixing everything so it's optimal.
Right. But when you fix the ice cream machine, you have to make an ice cream to show that it works. What kind of ice cream are you making?
Oh, we're going mixed.
Okay.
Do the swirl.
Hell yeah! I want my vanilla and my chocolate with some hot fudge and some peanuts.
All right.
Magically delicious.
So y'all got your ice creams and milkshakes, and the boys are in the yard, and you're scoping out the street, waiting for the doppelganger to walk by. What skill would you think you're going to be using to spot this doppelganger?
Mm.
I'm going to use a cult.
All right.
Is there any way for technology to get into the cameras on the street or such to monitor?
Tell me what you're looking for.
Tell ya on the street, not across from me,
Okay.
to go into the store.
All right.
For my occult, I am going to try to communicate with a spirit nearby to see if they can watch for someone that looks like Natalia out on the street near the bookshop.
All right. So, Nezzy, how are you going to use survival on this?
I would think is observation, like just like keeping a keen eye out for danger.
All right. And Natalia.
I think I'm also going to use survival because I don't know how I would use empathy. So the next bit for me is survival.
So, if someone is a doppelganger of you, then they would have to be acting like you, not just doing the things you do, knowing the things you know, but to fully sell it, they would have to betray your emotions and they would have to react the way you
That's
would
a
react
way
to
you could
things.
get empathy.
So that's how you can use empathy.
Okay, I'll use
All right.
empathy.
So, what, and then you can use the attribute of your choosing based off of, what you're doing. So if it's, well, yeah, whatever you feel is appropriate. So roll them bones.
And what does my specialty of mediumship do for this? Anything?
So specialties is not going to apply to the role that you use it for. It means that you're so good at the occult that it overlaps into other things.
I got you.
So if you have other things that mediumship could apply to, you would get an extra die on those rolls.
Okay, so I'm going to combine occult and manipulation because
All right.
I'm doing a communication with spirits and I'm trying to convince them it's a good idea for them to look out for someone that looks like Natalia on the street.
Okay.
Okay.
I got 3 successes.
Okay. I believe you're muted, but I think you putting up your hand meant 5.
I had 5, sorry.
Okay. And Nezzy, how'd you do?
I'm just trying to figure out because I got a poopy roll. Would my knack a purpose? Would that be an applicable role here potentially?
A purpose. And that is a guardian roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk about what that knack does. And we'll see what we think. If I had the right part of the book open, that would help.
So a purpose, dedicate yourself to an ideal of your choosing. When you take an action to defend this ideal, gain +1 enhancement to all applicable rolls and any stunts you may have gained from next. So I'm not sure if
You're
does
not
that mean that because I'm not rolling for a knack.
you're
that
not
it's
really defending anything.
I was just I didn't
Yeah.
fair. It's not like I'm like there like okay.
And it's also like so a purpose applies to an ideal. So defending my friends would be a purpose.
Or protecting,
Mm-hmm.
Not really in that mode yet.
Yep.
That's fair. I wasn't sure. I just wanted to double check because it was a poopy roll. 1.
All right, 1. Okay.
I got 4.
4. Okay. So then we're going to go with Nezzy, Natalia, Caitlin, and Minnie in the order of which y'all see. In the case of Nezzy, not much. It's daytime. Boston, people are walking, commuting, shopping, whatever they may be doing. There isn't anybody who really sticks out to you. Natalia, there is a woman that seems, I don't want to necessarily say familiar, but there's something that reminds you of someone you've met recently that you just can't quite place your finger on. Caitlin, you don't, with the description that you give, you get a response that there is someone approaching the McDonald's. They don't physically match the description that you gave, but they emotionally, spiritually have the same vibe.
They have the same wavelength. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. I'm gonna start focusing on that person.
All right. And then Dr. Jones, you were looking on the camera?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you also kind of can pick out this woman. She's, once again, does not physically appear to be Natalia, but she does have similar mannerisms. She has the same stride. She has the same kind of spring to her step, that sort of thing. Something that you might, if you've ever seen like how like certain family members will kind of act the same way and have the same type of traits, it's that kind of feel to it, almost as if there's a family resemblance. And I believe Natalia is an only child. Is that correct, Natalia?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm sure you would be aware that Natalia is an only child.
I'm gonna say, Natalia, do you recognize that woman? And Caitlin's gonna point her out.
No, but she feels familiar. Like I've maybe talked to her before, but I don't know who she is. Like maybe she came in the store for a book or something. I don't really know.
Her emotional and like soul resonance is practically identical to yours.
That's very weird. I don't.
You're seeing bouncy step right there. See, look, watch.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's
Let's go talk to her.
okay.
This sounds like fun. I'm glad you suggested that because I rolled the dumb die and it said go after her.
Yeah, let's just go do it. Let's find out who she is, what she's doing, and why she's covering your ships.
Minnie will just kind of jump up and kind of scoot out.
Who's the first one out the door?
Come on, Natalia. Let's go.
We
face our fears here. Come on.
Caitlin.
We face our fears. Come on.
Let's go, I guess.
Okay. So we all head out.
All
Nezzy will
right.
be the last out the door.
So, as this woman approaches, she spots Natalia and her face lights up and she looks really happy. And she's like, sis, oh my God, it's finally, I finally. And she comes over and she comes running over, arms raised, like she's about to give you the biggest hug that she could give.
Natalia just like puts her hand out to like stop her. Sis, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. She kind of lowers her voice. Yeah, Aphrodite.
Okay.
She told me about you, and she said that some shit was going on, and you were just figuring stuff out. And she asked me to help you out and kind of watch cover for you and stuff while while you were getting acclimated and stuff. So how long have you known? When did you meet Mom? What did you think? Did she take you to the penthouse?
She did. It was uncomfortable, to say the least. I mean, she did her best to accommodate for me, but it was like I walked onto a TV show set. From like
I know, it's amazing. I love it. On the 17th floor, there's this room with just the spa hot tubs and the sauna, and it's just amazing. You can just get away and just like spend a weekend and just like forget about everything. And do you want to?
I would like to know why I was not informed about you covering my shifts. I've been freaking out for the last 2 weeks, thinking someone was after me.
That's. I mean, well, I don't know why she didn't tell you.
It would have been a great thing to tell me.
I get it. I understand. Mom sometimes is a little, air in the clouds. God thinks she doesn't get that. Some of us have to work. It's how it is. It's. I would say aloof, or like, that show where they had the meme and it's like, it's just a banana. What can it cost? Like $10. Like that's kind of her. She's not really down to earth and touch. She would spend $10 for a banana.
Yeah, she would. I believe she probably would.
But it would have to be a really pretty banana. Like it would have to like no bruises and
with a touch of glitter. Just
yeah, exactly. You're better. It'd have to kind of, and like just the way that it had to fit in her head just right. Because if she didn't, it's not a good accessory. Because she would treat fruit as an accessory because that's the kind of woman she is. But so are you going to make it to work today so I don't have to go in for you, or?
She's going to turn to like her friends. Do we have anything planned today?
You can go into work. We were just trying to figure out who this was mimicking you. By the way, what's your name?
My name is Janice.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you, Janice. I'm Caitlin.
Nice to meet you, Caitlin. Nice to meet you.
This is Nezzy. This is Minnie. And of course, you know
nice
Natalia. You can go into work if you want, Natalia. So I don't think this is a hostile thing. So.
Well, that's a relief, but
you might need to talk to her.
We look in that. I know, but we look. The only thing that's the same about us is their like mannerisms and stuff. How did the people at work not notice?
Is that something you can do, Janice? Make yourself appear to others as someone else?
Yeah. That's a theory thing.
Oh.
They'll be able to do it when they, when you start getting legend and you get purviews and you get more powers and stuff, and you'll be able to do it.
Oh.
Or they will. I
don't blame them, Natalia. They couldn't help it.
So I'm also an actress. So I
local or bigger?
Local. So yeah, I got it. Well, I have a thing. I have a kind of a deal thing worked out. Where like I stay local, but I get like, perks and stuff that I wouldn't necessarily get if I didn't stay local.
Mm.
So, a lot of shows shoot out here. Unfortunately, there are a lot of like lawyer shows because Boston lawyers all over the place. There's also like, just kind of benefits to staying local. I'm sure maybe get a chance to kind of experience it more for yourselves as you see kind of what it's like as y'all grow and expand. And I'm an actor. I studied music as well at Berklee College of Music. Opera is my thing, mainly is my preferred, but and she is going to sing a little bit of an opera, and I am not going to attempt to do that.
But your voice act is so magical.
If you want to hear how she sings, go to Kelly the Opera Geek's YouTube and watch any of her performances.
I love her.
And you can imagine that she sounds just like Kelly.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
So anyways, yeah. I'm gonna go then, and I don't have to work. What am I gonna do today? I'm gonna go have a spa day. Y'all have a great day.
have a good one.
Right.
And Kayla just puts a hand on Natalia's shoulder. See, we face our fears, and sometimes they're not anything to be afraid of.
It could have been worse. It could have been some psychopath murderer, but
It's not. It's just an actress who happens to also be someone.
That's why we have Nessie. She totally tanks it for us, and we support her back. It's awesome. It's amazing. You should see her in action all the time.
All right. So, well, you're here near your work, so I'll drop the others off where they need to go, and you have a good day, Natalia.
you too. I need to figure out how to contact my parents and ask them why they didn't inform me.
You can always
would've
go to her
agreed to it.
penthouse.
Yeah, but she's already planned a spa day, and I don't
Yeah,
wanna...
but you could go after work to the penthouse and leave a note if she's not there.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, at least you know where she tends to hang out. So
True.
mine seems to hang out in a bog in Ireland, but I don't think it's really Ireland because that bog doesn't look like that in modern days.
Better yet, you could always walk through a great cemetery.
Maybe.
I mean, Dad said I should say his name a couple times, maybe offer a prayer or something like that to reach him. It's like cosmic email.
Nezzy, you got a text message. You're on mute, so your reaction to the text message was not heard.
I said, okay.
So you open the phone, you pull out and it's a text message from that agency that you contacted. Say, hey, we had an opening. If you're free, do you want to meet up? We can do lunch. You want to swing by? What's good for you?
Nezzy texts back, yeah, I can come anytime.
All right. See you in like an hour. Sound good?
Perfect.
All right. See you then.
So I have a meeting in about an hour.
Okay.
How close are we to the gym?
I can drop you off there.
Yeah, if you want to just drop me off at the gym,
Okay.
I'll get my way there.
Yep. And I'll drop Minnie off either at her place or at the school, whichever one she needs to go to.
Minnie,
Right
where are you
on.
going?
Probably just go home and do some more work.
Okay.
All right.
I live a boring life. It's okay.
All right. So, Natalia, you head to work. You start doing work stuff. Work's going fine. Anything what's something that you kind of seems kind of out of place, though? What do you see that doesn't quite seem right?
So one of the books that we just recently got in was a children's guide to like Greek gods and goddesses.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, there's only one book left. Like that was the book that never sold. Because like there's not a lot of kids that are like into that at that age that she knows of. So the fact that like there's like one book left is kind of feels weird to her.
I get you. Yeah. So you open the book, you go over, walk over to the book, take a look. It is a Reading Rainbow. Wait, no, that's a different program. So as you kind of step forward close to the book kind of just, just put your hand on it, just kind of flip it open, take a look at it, and it turns and opens to a page on Hercules.
What does it say? She's not read this book. She's just been looking.
So it is really just it's a picture of Hercules. He's looking big and tough. He's got his club and his lion pelt cloaked over him. It's about the so it's just kind of a story about how it's kind of a taken down for children, so that the full exploits of Hercules and all the things that he did are not put in graphic detail, but it's very much more sanitized. It's much more of a softer version to make him more heroic, make his actions seem more black and white, virtue-wise, as opposed to the shades of gray of morality of some of his adventures. You think it knowing what you know about Hercules, it does seem kind of odd. A lot of the other gods aren't, as you flip through it, a lot of the other gods aren't so much as their acts are there. It may be toned down for children, but the Hercules ones almost seemed changed, as if like somebody was intentionally writing the Hercules to make him look better, not just to make his actions suitable for children.
Mm.
All right. Now, Dr. Jones, you get home. You start working on a project. What are you working on?
Going through all the footage that I put into that really super secret hard drive, plus everything that was on the one guy's phone, and trying to determine exactly what is going on, why is it going on, and any other clues I could find out that led to the attack. And oh God, is there more? Ugh,
Yeah. So
that's not good.
give me a culture, and then up to you what you want to put with culture, but it's going to be a culture based role.
Intellect?
Sure.
Okay. Sounds good. Can I use my empathy connection with this, or my empathy speciality in this, and connection between people?
So does connections between people mean like observing how other people interact or how you connect with people?
How the messages are connecting with the sender and the receivee? What is their connection comparative to connecting with the mission they are trying to do?
So I am going to say no at this point
Okay.
because you have not yet established what that mission is.
Okay. That's a 3.
Okay. So there are two dudes arm wrestling, right? And then the first night that you were there.
Mhm.
Um, and you see them through as you go back through the various days, you see them pop up more and more. Um, the one that had the question mark on the video when the first time you saw it through, that one is clearly uh, moving around the bar. He is talking to folks. He seems like he's very much in the same boat as y'all are. He seems like this is all something brand new and something that he's trying to figure out with himself. The other one that had an X, his actions are much more deliberate. This is not someone who is learning about people around him to figure out the world. This is someone who clearly has a plan and is looking for others to people to kind of enact. This is the type of almost predatory behavior you would see at a guy who is one of those. This is the kind of thing that an asshole like Andrew Tate you would imagine him doing at a bar.
Ew.
Yeah. Um, Nezzy. So you go to the gym, you get prepared, you meet with the woman who is coming to talk to you about the event, about working with you. Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Nezzy.
My name is Gwendolyn. Nice to meet you, Desi.
Nice to meet you.
Tell me about yourself. Tell me what you're looking for out of our organization, and we'll talk about, what we can do for each other.
Well, so I was kind of looking for like a PR team of some sort to just kind of help me with my social media representation, if that makes sense. I am looking into wrestling more. I'm doing more with my gym. And now that it's out that I am a Scion, I kind of need that buffer, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you're looking for kind of like protection from social media so that assholes don't get directly to you, get filters in, kind of thing, that type of, are you looking for like promotion, or are you looking for like a whole package deal kind of thing? What are we talking here?
More of like a package deal, I guess, just because it's like I've never dealt with this kind of public presence before, and I know that getting into the wrestling and stuff, just someone to kind of guide me along with that as well, if that makes sense. I have no clue how to proceed with that.
So we focus on the social media, but we also do a little bit of like managing for the wrestling bit.
Yeah.
That's where you're looking. All right, okay. Well, so we've got a couple packages to look forward. Of course, anything here can be tailored to your liking, and she, hands out some pamphlets, and she then kind of looks. So, I understand that some of these may seem pricey. Now, that being said, have you heard yet about the Gideon Society?
I don't believe I have.
So,
if I have, I've forgotten.
So what they do is, in order to kind of, they're like business owners and like community politicians and like philanthropists and stuff that want to like keep the city, alive and vibrant. And one of the ways they do that is they sort of sponsor Scions. And if you can get hooked up with them, they will cover these expenses associated with our services. And then she pulls out an envelope. And I do want to give you a fair warning. This is not a generic envelope that I have that is an invitation to their upcoming costume party. This is something they somehow knew about you coming to us. And I'm going to leave that with you to do with it what you will. And it is an envelope, calligraphy addressed to you, and it's your full proper name, Scion of Eru, a formal like wax seal stamp. Yeah.
My outward composure, I thank you. Yeah, okay. Put it in my bag.
Let me just get an integrity and composure roll from you real quick.
Yeah, he looks like internally alarms are just going off.
Danger,
okay.
Will Robinson.
yeah. Danger.
That Kill Bill thing.
Just like alarm. Woo. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry, what's the roll?
Integrity and composure.
Okay. One, two. 4.
You keep your cool. You're over here. You're just Samuel L. Jackson over here. Just cool as a motherfucker. Caitlin, so you've gone back to your office?
To the shop.
To your shop?
Mm-hmm.
Putting in the orders you need to.
Yeah, actually, she's put in orders. She's expecting some deliveries to start today.
All right.
So she's getting deliveries in and stocking, basically.
All right, so you're in the back room waiting for the delivery to show up,
Mhm.
or are you on the floor stocking?
Actually, she's going to be on the floor stocking at this point.
Okay. So while you're doing the stocking thing, Naomi comes over to there's someone here to see you.
Okay. Can you finish putting these?
Yeah, I got just he said he's your cousin.
Funny. I don't recall having one, but I will go see who this person is. Thank you, Naomi. And she goes to walk up to this person.
So this guy is wearing jeans. He's got a white t-shirt, black blazer, scruffy 5 o'clock shadow, messy hair. Because
Cousin?
yeah, you want to go for a walk? We'll talk and catch up on old times.
Sure. Let me just grab my bag.
Of course.
And she goes and grabs her bag and makes sure that her mace is in there.
Yep.
as well as a few other accoutrements.
As would be reasonable to do.
As a single woman in a big city, yes.
Yeah.
And she joins him on a walk.
He steps outside, looks up at the sky as crows flying around.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize your crows.
Mm-hmm. But his are also there, but others are there.
There are other crows there as well.
Mm.
And he just kind of pulls out a cigarette, lights it. And that's the moment we're going to go to break.
We're talking smack to the tech weenie.
Us?
Yeah. Some people are trying to get our to become vampire game killed off before we actually start playing.
Trust me, he's all bark and no bite when it comes to that. He really wants to run that game.
Tune in for episode 2 of Dark Ages, where my character is the only one left alive after the first session. Coming soon to McStabber Studios. Anyways, so yeah.
Totally thrown off now. This is fine.
Sure, it's fine. Caitlin, you're walking with this man who's calling himself your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we both got parents that are got a thing for crows, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, how's it going for you? How's it treating you?
Well, first, who are you?
My name's Ricky, and please just don't ask my last name.
Oh no, now you've got to tell me.
Think of a famous Ricky.
Is it Martin?
He just kind of like dejectedly puts his head down. And if you just don't
I won't say a word. I can't promise I won't laugh, but I won't say a word.
Yeah. So apparently one of your crows ran into one of my crows, and they started talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She looks up at her crows and be like, "Y'all gossiping little bitches."
They call out to you.
Yeah. So, how are we related?
If we're not technically related, in that sense, it's more kind of we're both Scions and both have a connection with crows.
You're a Scion of the Morgan?
No, not of the Morgan. I'm from a different pantheon.
Oh. Do enlighten me.
I mean, you've heard of this here, the Norse gods?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you see the kind of shop I've run. I've heard of most gods.
Yeah. Odin. Yeah.
Okay.
Not really a fan of his, but
Hey,
it is what it is.
We don't get to pick our parents, right?
Right. No.
That's okay. Mine doesn't really do the warm and fuzzy thing either. So.
No. Yeah. No. They really don't get it.
No, they don't.
Like what it's like to have to be mortal, to have been mortal, to have grown up in the society we grew up in, and then
wake up and realize, wait a minute. Yeah.
Like we're supposed to be grateful that they came in and just said, "Hey, I'm your parent."
Yeah.
Go figure shit out.
25 years late.
Yeah. Like, I mean, they obviously, like, they give what they think is helpful gifts, and he points up to the birds.
Which I will say, I mean, they've brought me messages. They've done good things, but
it's not the same. No, I get you. Yeah. So I don't know. It's felt like I needed to reach out to you to kind of, because I know kind of like what I went through, and I had to figure some shit out my own. And I realized a lot of like what they say, not just like parents, but like society, and what they try to tell you is that like you're destined for greatness. You have to do these amazing things, and you have to, rearrange your entire life of what your goals and dreams were and what you were planning to be some sort of hero, to become a god, to take over or some shit. I don't know.
Oh no, I got blatant prophecy thrown at me.
Oh no.
Yeah. That I'm going to ride into battle with a sword leading an army. I'm like, really?
Lovely, yeah, no.
Really, I'll add that to my agenda for next Tuesday.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, and like, I got shit like I was supposed to, I was supposed to be, like helping out some, I guess, Thor type guy, and like, who the fuck is like what? Because like you and your kid, and you had a thing, and then so I'm supposed to be like helping out this other guy I've never heard of, and like has no connection to me. Like, come on, like, that guy was just straight, weird. that the kid authority just took it all went to his head. Like he was all like, I'm gonna be the next, I'm gonna be the next Thor. I'm gonna save everything. And yeah, no. Just wasn't my scene. Like,
Yeah. That would suck.
yeah. And like everyone that I've met, all the other Scions, like there's all this like pressure to like be the next one or live up to expectation. And I just like wasn't feeling it,
Why? I I get you. I do. I don't owe my mother shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
She was
Like-
25 years late, and then she just said, well, you can do whatever you want. Well, great. Thanks for the permission. I've been doing that already.
Yeah. And I'm going to keep doing what I want.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I mean, you look like you got a good business going on here. You look like you're doing something that you enjoy. And
I do. I mean, I have the skills that I was born with, and I have some that I have awakened since, and it's falls in line with what my goals are. And it allows me to provide better service to the community I serve.
Yeah. So I'm a EMT.
Oh,
So,
that's
I'm actually
very good.
I'm actually kind of like the manager, or kind of like I'm the not manager. I'm like the senior
Yeah.
EMT. I'm the guy that everybody comes to. I help like the newbies come on, and some not we see some shit, and not everybody's cut out for this kind of work.
Right.
But I make an impact on the world my own way
Exactly.
by helping that way. I don't need to make an impact on the world the way that they want. That he was hoping that I would have an impact.
Well, it sounded like he didn't even want you to make the impact. He wanted this Thor kid to make the impact, and you to just support that rise.
Yeah, I don't know. He wanted me to, I guess because I show people the ropes at work. He figured I could show this guy, how to be a hero, and this kid was just not. That was just not my thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I figure I give you a heads up, kind of, let you know, because I guess no one was there to tell me this, and I had to figure it out on my own. You don't have to be that, and a lot of folks are gonna try to push you into that. Not just your parent, not just the pantheon or other science, like humans,
Right.
mortals. They'll try to look at you as if you're going to be the savior, and be the hero, because that's what society has trained people to look at. Folks to look at us like we're meant for greatness and for ruling or leading people. And
People, maybe I should start up a series, like a class series, to educate people on the gods and goddesses, because they understood that many gods and goddesses were not heroes.
no, they were assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had their
Yeah.
own ambitions and goals and did their thing,
I had this friend that I used to hang around with, similar kind of situation. They were daughter of Sobek, the
Yeah.
Nature god of fertility,
Hmm.
and protection. Until we went to this party, there's this organization called the Gideon Society. I don't have really a great word for them. They're like corporate executives and people who are like invested in the city, and the city does good, they make money. So to help make the city be good, they try to get Scions to work for them and give a bunch of perks. And my friend bought into it, and she was all for it, and I don't know, it just didn't feel the right vibe for me. Wasn't how
Corporate sponsored altruism usually isn't that.
yeah. I
Sounds
don't know
like to me they're trying to sponsor an army.
I mean, I haven't gotten into it all that well. I haven't, I said this, this isn't for me. I'm out. I mean, I don't know if the whole army thing is right, but it's definitely, it just something feels off. Like, I mean, some of them are just like, they're just mortals that are just happy to be like at social events that have Scion at them.
Right.
Or like, there's the children's hospital. There's a board member that's part of the Gideon Society who, will, make deals with the Scion to, pay their rent or whatever. And the Scion has to come by like once a month to the children's wing and
cheer up
like,
the kids.
Yeah. Like, and I don't know, it's just kind of weird to me. Like, I get that it's a good thing to cheer up the kids.
But usually people do that on a volunteer basis.
Yeah.
They do it because they want to, not because they're getting bought.
They do it they do it out of the goodness of the heart,
Right.
not to get publicity.
Right.
Not it. They show up at the hospital fundraisers so to draw people in because there's going to be a sign, like that kind of shit.
That just feels slimy.
Yeah. And that's why it bounced from it. But
yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, you said you had a prophecy. When before I met them, I had this weird dream where I was like at this castle at a masquerade ball or something. And I got really that same vibe when I got invited to their party. So
I've had that dream as well.
Yeah. Fuck, maybe you're gonna end up there at that party.
Well, we'll see what I suss out, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. It's
because I have a serious bullshit detector, so just built in.
I guess the main thing is I wanted to reach out, and because there was no one there for me.
I really do appreciate it, Ricky.
Here's my card.
She takes it and she actually gives him one as well.
Thank you. If you want to talk to someone who knows something about this shit, or just someone to bitch about this kind of thing, hit me up. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
I was feeling rather alone. Appreciate it. And they part ways and she goes back in her shop.
All right. Dr. Jones. How's it going?
Good.
All right. Have you been working on digging up any more dirt on anybody?
Anything that she could from them, anything like from the phone, people, anything she would dig. After that, then I think she's just gonna kind of vibe and create some more and do some work.
All right, making anything in particular?
Well, being that she's being attacked, she's gonna learn how to make some Han Solo blasters and some phasers, and then learn how to shoot.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's come to the point where she might have to learn how to shoot and defend people, and yeah, good times over at the
Okay.
old inventory lab. Yeah.
Well, give me a technology and intellectual.
That's a 4.
It's 4. Okay. So you kind of scour uh, schematics on how to create a Han Solo blaster. Um,
Yep.
as far as figuring out how to do it, everything that you find is all theoretical. You do not find anything that makes that has that kind of ability to shoot energy at something just quite yet. Um, you do find some couple stories, a couple of items that kind of have similar properties, but those are all items that have, seem to be wielded by Scions. You can't find something quite a way to reproduce the way to shoot energy in that way.
Okay. She'll just
Mm,
try and do just try to make them at least for props, and then start to figure out
all right,
the schematics and such, and
all right,
really kind of throw herself into that.
all right. I mean, you could definitely make a prop replica Han Solo blaster
Mhm.
that uh, creates the sound and uh, shoots out harmless beam of light.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yep. She'll start working on that and at least try to learn how to aim and shoot. And she'll probably connect it in with a Nerf gun.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Natalia,
Yes.
so you have gone about your day at work, and you had mentioned that you wanted to, or theoretically, you might have wanted to go to the penthouse.
Yes.
All right. Who are you going to see when you're at the penthouse? Are you looking for mom or are you looking for sis?
Mom.
All right. So you go there, they let you in like you belong there, like you're lived there all your life. You head over to the desk. She's out at the moment. Would you like to leave a message or?
Yeah, I'll leave a message that simply says, contact me when you are able to. Leave it at that.
All right. He, the guy at the desk, he writes down the note. He takes it over to this little shrine that has a candle burning in it. And he holds the letter or the note to the shrine, and the fire from the candle ignites the paper. As the smoke comes up, you can see it, and it's pink, blues, all sorts of just different colors you would not expect a burning piece of paper to be. As it slowly kind of burns down. And all right. As soon as she's available, she'll reach out to you. I'm sure she'll be able to find you. Anything else that I can do for you while you're here?
And you did send it to her, right? I saw you put. Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is the only way that we can get to messages to Mount Olympus.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can. I can't go there.
I was just concerned. I thought you burned my note, but I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else I can, there's, you do have, full run of the place. Is while you're here, you can go check out anything you want.
I will take you up on that offer at a different time. I have some things I have to do, but I'll be back later.
All right. As you are walking out the door, there is a man in a suit. Natalia?
Yes.
He hands you an envelope. Name, fancy calligraphy. Have a good day. And he just turns and walks away.
Wait, what is this for?
I did not open it. I was not given information about what it was about. I was instructed to deliver it to you. I must have missed you at the bookstore and then got lucky that you were here.
Okay. Thanks, I guess.
You have yourself a good day.
You too.
And similar to the note Nezzy that had received, this is in gorgeous calligraphy, your name, Natalia Blackburn. Mentions that you are a Scion of Aphrodite. Wax seal. Speaking of this letter, Nezzy, have you opened yours?
Not yet, no. I was waiting to group up before even considering opening it.
All right. Natalia, how about you? Are you going to open your letter?
I am not going to open it, but I will probably send a message to like the group chat and be like, got a strange letter? ? Anyone else?
Nezzy will reply back immediately, going, yes, and I am very suspicious about it. Caitlin, I think it has to do with our dream.
She sends back, haven't got anything yet.
Got nada.
Caitlin, you're back at the shop?
Yep. And basically just wrapping up the stocking.
Right.
There's a few customers and Naomi's taking care of those.
And Minnie, you are still at home working in your lab?
Oh, yeah. Father's daughter. Completely. Totally.
As you are exchanging these text messages saying that you have not received anything, the buzzer on your apartment, house, what do you have?
House with a lovely, like large, you know, backyard. And then she's got the whole she shed, invention shed, blacksmith shed. Oh dear God, why do we have that shed thing all in the backyard?
So you have like an entire block of Boston as your house.
It's definitely
Yeah.
suburbs.
Yeah. The house is a great front for everything else she does in the back. So she's in her blacksmith thing, just hammering away, creating, inventing, bending metal.
All right. You hear your buzz at the doorbell.
She'll look back at her phone for a moment. She'll go on to the thing. What in the fudge knuckles have you guys sent to me?
Doorbell rings again.
Caitlin sends
drink of-
back Candygram with a question mark.
If it isn't that one guy we saw that Nessie was drooling over, then I don't want it. She'll go from her blacksmithing store or blacksmithing to go into the back part of the house, go to the front part of the house, peep through the hole.
A nondescript man in a suit, standing patiently, waiting at the door.
Caitlin, did you send a man in a suit?
Nope.
Anyone send me a man in a suit?
Nada.
Nope.
She'll slowly open the door. I don't want vacuums. We're good.
Hands you an envelope.
Sorry, what is that?
I was told to give this to you.
Who are you?
My name is Mike Jones.
And who are you looking for?
I was told to give this to Claire.
Claire. Interesting. And she lives here, right?
He switches hands, still holding out the envelope, reaches into his pocket, pulls out a picture of you with a little paperclip that says Dr. Claire Rose Jones.
Know my name. That's rude.
I was just told to deliver this to you.
And who told you?
We're a delivery service. Customers
I don't
come
know,
in.
Mr.
Ma'am, I don't know who I get instructions to deliver things.
Okay.
No,
I'm asking
this-
because I don't know.
I don't have an answer. People come in with deliveries to give, and they give out. I thought this was going to be an easy one because this is clearly not a summons, because they don't fold legal paper like this
My
for
dude.
summons.
I've been chased, slightly shot at, and a couple other weird, crazy things have happened. A man in a suit that comes to my door who knows my real name is a little bit of a cosmic weirdy fudgy wudgy thing. Okay, so I'm just making sure that I am safe and I'm okay. It's also called paranoia. Do you want a tip?
I just would like you to take the envelope, and as a professor at a university, I would imagine you're quite aware that you're not hard to find.
Everyone knows me as Minnie.
You still are listed in the college's directory by your full name.
So you went to the school then to try and find me too, huh?
I did, yes. I was told you did not come in today.
No, I didn't.
That's why I'm here, delivering this to you instead of delivering it to you at your office.
Okay. She just like barely kind of almost like not, she so doesn't want to do this. He could tell. It's like, no. Will this then get you to leave?
It will, yes.
Okay.
You have a nice
Sure.
day, ma'am.
Sure, you too.
And once again, in calligraphy, Dr. Clara Rose, Minnesota Jones,
They know my real name. What the fucking noodle is this?
Scion of Avestis.
Caitlin
Natalia's
has
just-
sent a text and says, "Is the guy in the suit at least cute?"
There's a guy in the suit. Cute. Story guide, please. Apparently, Caitlin needs to know.
Well, how well does Minnie know Caitlin's taste?
I mean, she probably saw who Caitlin dated in college.
This is true. Wait, Mike, can you stop for a second and pose for a picture, please? Just 1 second. I promise I'll give you a tip if you do. I just need to do this because a friend of mine needs to know if you're hot. Please and thank you.
He puts on his sunglasses.
Oh, God.
Fine, perfect. Perfect. Men in black moment. Thank you. And she'll take the picture. You have a great evening. Bye. And she'll run back into her house, close it, lock it all up, and then she'll send the picture and go, is he hot? I don't know. I knew your taste in men 10 years ago.
She's like, 7 out of 10.
He works at the delivery service. You might want to catch him up there. He might want to deliver you something more than just a tip of my fingers taking an envelope. Good luck.
You are dirty.
I was blacksmithing. Of course I'm dirty. I haven't taken a shower yet. Dang it, woman. I've been sweating. I've got soot all over me. I'm not clean. Of course I'm dirty. How do you see that from where you're at?
And Caitlin just ignores the text as she's basically starting to close up the shop.
P.S. I did more rummaging, and I have a feeling there's shit going on.
So do you open the envelope, Dr. Jones?
Oh, hell no.
All
Not
right.
in my home. There could be a tracker in there. You don't know.
Oh
Well,
my
you
God,
do
y'all
know,
are
but
so
nobody else knows.
paranoid.
You're muted, Nezzy.
Oh yeah, no, I just said they've already found you.
They
know my
already
real
found
name.
you. What are you waiting on?
If I'm not gonna do
Your
this,
house is
am I gonna
not
just-
safe.
It's not. It's been compromised. So is my office. The only place that I'm safe is my blacksmith thing. Am I gonna do this in front of my Bessies? Hell yeah. Am I
Okay.
gonna make sure they're themselves? Hell yeah. Are we all gonna get together and do this all together? Fuck yeah.
All right. So, Caitlin, you've closed up shop for the day, evening.
Yeah. She's in
Where
there.
you
She's
headed off to?
basically, tallying up the register and basically doing all the closing duties.
All right. Door's already locked.
It is locked and the open sign is turned off, but there's still lights on inside because she's
Okay.
wrapping things up.
You close up. You go to leave. Where are you headed off to?
She's going to actually drop off. Right around the corner is the bank that she does business with, so she's going to drop that off in the deposit box, and then
Mhm.
probably head out to a nearby pub for dinner.
Okay. As you head to the bank, you see a man sitting on a bus stop bench in a suit, just sort of waiting.
She will, because she was going basically through the drive-through to just drop it in the night drop box. She pulls over and parks near where the bench is near the curb where the bank is, and gets out and says, "I suppose you have something for me too."
Caitlin Murphy
The one and only.
pulls out an envelope.
She
Hands
takes
it to you.
She takes it.
As the others, it is choreograph or whatever it's
Calligraphy.
called. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for.
It's in a flowing script.
Brain no work late night.
That's all right.
Caitlin Murphy, Scion of the Morgan. Wax seal on it. Do you open it?
She does.
Okay. This isn't like one of those like plastic deals where it's like a fake wax seal.
No, it's an actual wax seal, and it breaks when she opens it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It breaks when you open it up. Inside, and this is, you work with books, and sometimes you work with, manuscripts. Sometimes you work with some older,
when I can get my hands on it, yeah.
And quite frankly, fancier paper than what your normal printing press would run off. This is some fancy ass paper.
This is vellum. Yeah.
Caitlin Murphy, daughter of the Morgan. The Gideon Society would love your acquaintance at our summer masquerade ball, to be held on, and it puts a date, gives a location. We know this is kind of short notice for you to get an invite to such an event. We have made an arrangement with a local costume company by Mr. Francois LeBlanc, who will assist you with any costuming needs that you may have on our expense. We do hope to see you. And it is signed Lady Julia Gideon.
She folds it, puts it back in the envelope. Thank you.
You have a nice day.
Indeed. Now I'm going to go have a pint.
All right.
And she shoots out a text once she gets to the pub and has her pint and is waiting for her corned beef and cabbage, because she's having just a corned beef day. It's just a thing for her. She sends out a text to everybody. Got mine. Invite to a party. Free costume. And without the sunglasses, he's an 8 out of 10.
There's just a long damn.
He's far less douchey looking without them.
Did you ask him out on a date?
Nope.
Aw.
Nezzy texts back, where are you at?
She sends the pub location and address, the pub name and address.
Okay, on my way.
Be there soon.
Nezzy doesn't bother messaging. She's already on her way.
All right, magically time passes and, you all get there. And she waves you over to her table.
Did you open yours yet?
Yeah, I opened it when I got it. Dude was waiting on the bus stop outside of the bank on the corner from my shop.
That's just creepy doodles.
I know. It's like, what, did you
Seriously.
see me leave the shop with my bank bag to drop my cash?
I never met him. I got mine at the PR meeting today.
What?
Oh, how'd that go?
Yeah. So it's going to be pricey. And they said that apparently this company will like fund it completely if I join them. So,
That sucks.
but
Yeah.
then they said masquerade party soon. And I was just like, that was like that dream. I don't trust it.
Yeah, no, I don't trust it either. And besides just the dream, also, I met someone today. He told my coworker, Naomi, that he was my cousin. And I was like, really? I don't recall having a cousin. But he's not my cousin. He's no relation to Mom. He actually is child of Odin. My crows were talking to his birds because obviously my crows like to run their damn beaks. But
You hear a caw. There's no birds in the bar, but you can hear it.
so
Each one
basically,
to know one.
yeah. So basically, he kind of went through a similar experience with his absent parent that I did. And he was telling me that he's been to one of these parties before. And that he had a friend at the time, another Scion, that ended up signing on. But he felt very not good about it. Like all his instincts were telling him, don't do this. The way he described it to me is that basically they will sponsor Scions, as it were. Pay them for services. Like, there's one that goes to the children's hospital to cheer up the kids, but he gets his fucking apartment paid for doing it. It's a promo thing.
So that would line up with the whole, like, they'll pay for the PR if I'm part of their group or whatever.
Right. And I'm sorry, but the fact that they are trying to recruit, seduce, entice with free costumes, will pay your rent, will, pay for your promotional work that you need done.
It's definitely predatory.
It is. And my instincts, when he's talked about all of that, I'm like, it sounds like to me, they are sponsoring an army. He says that
Someone that's going to be at their beck and call.
Exactly. Because, yeah, they're claiming they're doing this for, to make the city as good as it can be. But I have never found corporate sponsored altruism to ever be true.
It's on their terms.
It's on their terms. It's on what they think is going to make them profits.
It's scheduled.
That's sus.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, that guy went to my work and then to my home. And they have my real name.
I like Minnie better.
Thank you.
They knew that it was going to be at this PR place.
Yeah, they knew. Like I said, they're stalking. I'm thinking that's who the van was associated with. It makes sense. You got a bunch of guys in suits showing up to get us away from destroying them monitoring. The check marks would be people that they have signed up. The X's would be people that refuse them. The question marks would be ones that haven't been dealt with yet.
The guys that were doing the arm wrestling thing, the guy with the question mark was there a couple times before trying to get the information like we were.
Yeah.
The guy with the X, okay, I don't know if you guys know this total and Ucky scum bag named like Andrew Tate. He was like totally predatory all over the bar. Oh, it was so I wanted to take like a double lava bath just to get the ick off of me.
That's gross.
Yes.
I'm thinking it may be the opposite, though. The check marks could be people they want to recruit, and the X's may be people they've already signed.
Or it could be people they've signed.
Because we haven't went yet, but we all had check marks above our.
So they were still evaluating the one with the question marks.
Because they didn't know what they could do.
Right.
That's not cool.
That is not cool at all.
Hi, we don't know if you're going to fit into
They
our
are
club,
treating
but
us like commodities and not as people.
yeah. So are we going to this thing and telling them to, as you guys like to say, F you?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take their free fucking costume. I'm going to go to their party. And then after the party, I'm going to burn their fucking free costume.
Oh, I was going to say I have a beautiful dress that you could totally fit into.
No, that's okay. I'm going to use their money and then I'm going to burn it. It's going to go up in smoke.
You never know if they've got a tracker or a tracer on it.
It's only going to the party.
Okay.
I will walk naked while that thing burns. I don't care.
Bring an extra dress, got you. Okay. So we all have to dress up.
Yeah. Open up your envelopes. Seriously. There's no trackers in them. It's just a fancy invitation on vellum.
Natalia opens hers.
Nezzy does too. But I like rip the top. I don't bother with the seal. I just go.
You all have the same invitation addressed to you, stating that you are able to, they have made arrangements because of the short notice to have a costume designed and fitted at the Mr. LeBlanc's.
Talking to in some of this. I mean,
So I think tomorrow I'll call Mr. LeBlanc's and schedule us a session to be fitted and designed.
Yeah, I'd prefer going together or at least in
We can.
pairs.
We can. I'll book it for all of us. I already know what I want.
oh, I'm just thinking a long black dress with feathers on it and, kind of just little things that you could turn around and do whipping stuff around, Oh, and a place to hold your cards so that if we have to do the thing, you can just take them out and just go pew, 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 pew. Makes it simple.
Dr. Jones, what about your dress?
What about my dress? What do you mean?
The envelope, the invitation is for a costume party. All of you have the free outfit from costume for the party for Mr. LeBlanc's. So, Caitlin, do you call and arrange appointment for all of you, or just for
Yes,
yourself?
for all of us.
For all of you.
Mhm. It's going to be like an entire afternoon.
It is going to be an entire afternoon.
Yeah.
And with that, we are going to skip ahead as you walk into LeBlanc's Delightful Dress. It is a small, crowded shop. It has a large front window, and it's attached to an upstairs apartment. There are just costumes all over the place. There's a little village with a train going through it. One of those model trains that just kind of goes all over the place. And the place is just a maze of clothing racks, shelving, masks designed to go with each costume. As you get into the store, that is where we're going to take our leave for the evening. It's been a pleasure telling the story for you, dear viewers. We hope you enjoyed it and what you saw and heard, and had as much as fun watching as we did performing for you. And because I have to put a reminder in notes, we're going to get to talk about some XP. All right. So everybody was here. Everybody gets an XP for showing up. Who had some, anybody do any short-term goals, deeds?
I did.
All right.
Find out what the dream means.
There you go. That's an XP for you.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Who else had some short-term deeds?
Learn about the guys on the tape and learn more about any information I can about the tapes at hand.
All right. There you go. You get an XP. Nezzy, Natalia, either of you?
No.
No. All
No.
right. Well, this session was a pretty narrative, and there was not a lot of rolls, so you did not spend half of your momentum pool. You've get an XP for achieving a milestone. You have found out that there is something, a secret world only known to Scions, or not something known to the general public. So we're giving you a milestone XP for that. All right. Now, I would like to thank everybody coming out. My name is Zachary Nelder, he him, creative side of OM. I can be found at Zach Rules on the Twitter. I am Zach Rules at dice.camp. If you're on the Mastodons, I'm not really using it all that much, but I'm there occasionally. I've got links. They're over there in chat for stuff. If you're interested, check it out. And with that, we're going to hear from our players. Once again, tell us your name, where you can be found on the interwebs, character, and where people can find you next.
I am Mama McStabber, and you can find me on the interwebs at Relendare, or you can search Mama McStabber and find me just about anywhere. And I'm going to pass it off to others around the table first, because it's going to come back to me to review the schedule coming up to tell you what I'm in next.
Hello, I am Lonnie, she, her. You can find me on the interwebs at Lonnie10 on Twitter and Sailor Lonnie on Twitch. The only thing I have is I'll be back streaming on my personal channel tomorrow. And then I'll be back here on Tuesday.
Go ahead and post your link to your channel.
Okay.
I'm Core or Unconscious Celestial. You can find me mostly on TikTok or Instagram or here every Tuesday. Then it's usually unconscious.celestial or just unconscious celestial.
I am Junie Von Esch. You can find me on all the apps and on here on Twitch as Junie Von Esch. I started a St. Jude fundraiser, so please go to my channel for details. You can find me here, as well as my own channel and the RPG table, Revenue Archon, and Roll Call, all here on Twitch. And I'm also a mod on Discord, on Cajun Knights Discord, a play-by-post server.
All right. So thank you all so much for joining us for this installment of our Scion Zero to Hero series. Coming up over the next week, I'll deal with other things first. I'll deal with other things after that, but talking about what I'll be in next. We have Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern is, I believe Tiss is back, yes? Yes, Tiss is back. I got the thumbs up from the tech weenie. So Tiss is back, and she will be running Call of Cthulhu 7E London Esoteric Society on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. On Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing session 8 of season 10 of Windy City After Dark. Season 10 is rolling to the end, y'all. It's been crazy. Don't want to miss it, for real. And of course, we'll be back here at 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday for the next session of Scion Zero to Hero. Make sure you join us on our Discord. Zach here cast this whole group, which I think is an amazing group. You ladies crack me the fuck up every time we get together.
I keep going, yay, it's Tuesday!
It's Tuesday! He did that by posting a casting call on our Discord, and there have been multiple casting calls over the past few weeks and months for games that will be coming very soon, like a Star Wars game and all kinds of things, y'all. Seriously, join us there. It's a great community. And if you want to check the back episodes of this series or any of our other content, you can check out our YouTube channels. Tiss does hers over at the Ishvel YouTube channel, but all our other McStabber streams are over at the McStabber Studios YouTube. And check out our friends. We have amazing content creators that are part of our community that also stream really good stories from their own channels. One of them is right here, Junie Von Esch. She streams multiple different systems at times on Saturdays over at the RPG table. And on her personal channel right now, she is raising money for, how many years have you been doing this now?
Oh, Lord.
16?
No, well, I did stuff when I was a child, but I started back in 2016.
2016. So since 2016, every year, Junie does fundraising for St. Jude. And she's doing cupcake smashes in her face for certain goals met. And then, of course, certain goals met will be entered into giveaways as well. So go check out Junie on her personal channel where she does crafting and all kinds of stuff. And she literally raises money for St. Jude's. Amazing. Love you, babe.
Thank you.
Yeah. And seriously, she does great work over there for the kids, So, yeah. And of course, you can support this group of amazing folks by giving bits or donations. And if you want to support McStabber Studios and myself, you can give us a subscription here on Twitch. You can do a donation to our KoFi site that doesn't take half like Twitch, because Twitch is a hell of a pimp. And so basically, you can do those options to support the studio. We do distribute bits and donations directly to our cast in our shows. Myself and Shanky do not get those at all. And lastly, I'm going to tell you, we take well-being very seriously at McStabber Studio, physical and mental. The vast majority of the human population struggles at some point or another. And if you are currently struggling, right now in chat, there is a list of organizations that offer support. Please, if you find that any of those suit your needs, reach out to them and get the support you need. And if you are outside of the US, there's a link for findahelpline.com. That place is amazing. You can search up helplines literally in over 140 countries. And for the body part, physical, get your vaccines, get your preventative screens done if you're due, because early detection saves lives. And if you're not well, get checked out. For real. And fuck the fascists all over the world, and especially right here in America, because they just have gone rampant. I mean, people are literally so freaking paranoid and crazy at this point that they're shooting 14-year-old kids for playing hide and seek in their yard. America's not okay, y'all. America's not okay. So please, if you are an American citizen, and you will be 18 by the time the next election comes around, register to vote, please. And please vote Democrat, because we must do the death blow to the GOP to protect our country. Said with love, y'all. Have a good night.